What is up, Notre Dame fans? It's IndyCar Timm here with Notre Dame Fighting Irish Daily Blitz. On a day, well, I don't know how much we want to talk about this, how much you guys want to talk about this, but we're going to do it. Welcome into FanStream Sports, fanstreamsports.com, FanStream Sports TV, our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys download the FanStream Sports mobile app on Android and iOS for all of the latest, greatest 24/7 programming on the go right to your mobile device. Saturday, after a kind of a hard-fought win against the Aggies last week, Notre Dame stays at home with Northern Illinois coming in. A game that is easy to overlook if you are the Fighting Irish. You got some big games coming up. It is not a notable opponent, if you look at the grand scheme of things. And hey, you know what? As we learned today, college football is college football. And maybe not quite so much as what you get in the NFL, where anybody can beat anybody on any given Sunday. It doesn't happen very often in college football, but it's been happening more and more. Just ask Nick Saban when he was down at Alabama, got beat by a couple of really inferior teams. We've got the Notre Dame schedule for this year scrolling across the bottom of the screen if you are joining us on video on FanStream Sports TV. If you are, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that bell to get all the notifications for our great content. And follow along. If you're listening to the recorded podcast, the audio podcast, wherever you are listening to it, please subscribe. We appreciate you as well. It was a stunner. 16-14 Northern Illinois over Notre Dame. A late field goal by Woodall there on Saturday at Notre Dame Stadium. He kicked that 36-yard field goal with 31 seconds left, and Notre Dame could not stop the Huskies after a second interception now by Riley Leonard in the game. It is Northern Illinois' first ever win against a team ranked in the top 10 of the AP Top 25. It's also one of the larger upsets by point spread in modern college football, as Notre Dame was favored by 28.5 points coming into the game. So, of course, just a week after Notre Dame took down the Aggies in College Station, that's a tough place to win. The offense of the Irish struggled to move the ball. Leonard threw a bad interception with just 5:55 left to go, trying to throw a deep pass into a two-safety coverage on 2nd and 1. It was ill-advised by Riley Leonard. Not sure what's going on in his head. He's better than that. He was better than this at Duke. So whatever the Notre Dame coaching staff needs to do to get him back to form, that needs to happen very quickly. Northern Illinois ran over 5 minutes off the clock then after the interception, but Notre Dame had one more chance thanks to a bad spot and horrible clock management, not by coaches, but by the officials here. But Mitch Jeter's 62-yard field goal, of course, was blocked as time expired. The Northern Illinois coach, Thomas Hammock, was in tears. I know for Notre Dame fans, this one hurts, but if you're just a college football fan in general, this is one of those feel-good stories. They happen every year. It just so happens this week it's at the expense of Notre Dame. So not feeling so good there for the home team. Northern Illinois stayed committed to their run against the Irish defense. It ultimately paid off. The Huskies start 5 seniors up front, so they have a lot of experience along the offensive line. They rushed the ball 45 times for 190 yards. They only threw the ball 20 times. NIU's final drive started with 4 straight run plays and included just 2 passes as the team rushed down the field and drained the clock. But this could have gone differently. Notre Dame really probably shouldn't have had a chance to have an opportunity to come back and win, because 2 officiating mistakes in the final minute of the game gave Notre Dame one final chance to win. Gavin Williams appeared to get a first down on a third down run play. It was ruled short of the marker on the field. The play went to a replay review. It was obvious he got the ball past the line during the video review, but since there was no clear angle of the ball, They have to have clear evidence to overturn it. I thought we saw it, but the officials did not see it that way, so the call was not overturned. The second big mistake came right after that first one. Williams was tackled inbounds on the next play. Notre Dame had one timeout left, and since Williams landed in bounds, the clock should have started immediately as soon as the ball was placed down, ready for play on fourth down. Notre Dame should have had to take its final timeout to stop it. Instead, the clock did not start. That allowed Notre Dame to keep its final timeout for the final drive. Maybe a little bit of home field clock keeping there. I don't know. But it shouldn't have come down to that. Either way, Notre Dame could not get it done against Northern Illinois. So this is just another bad loss for Marcus Freeman here at Notre Dame. And it's after they bring in Riley Leonard from Duke, along with offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock from LSU. The downfield passing game that won Jaden Daniels the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in 2023 has not made its appearance in South Bend yet. And there were big hopes for this. Leonard averaged just 5.3 yards per pass in the 23-13 win over A&M. He did make a lot of plays with his feet, and he powered Notre Dame on the ground. But it's clear, though, he needs to be a better passer if Notre Dame's going to be a playoff team, if Notre Dame is going to make any noise in the college football playoff. On Saturday, he was 20 of 32 for 163 yards. Boys and girls, that is just 5.1 yards per pass attempt. Not going to get it done there. Saturday's loss in week 2 is as inexplicable as some other losses Marcus Freeman has experienced here. In 2022, Notre Dame, if you remember, started 0-2 after losing at Ohio State in week 1, and then at home by Marshall in week 2. Later that season, Notre Dame lost by 2 at home to Stanford. And last year, Notre Dame lost by 13 at Louisville after they were 6.5-point favorites. So, you know, the playoff hopes for Notre Dame are not dead. The season's not over thanks to that 12-team expanded college football playoff. But it does mean they probably cannot afford another loss this season. When the AP Top 25 comes out on Sunday, Louisville and USC will probably be the only 2 ranked teams remaining that Notre Dame will face in 2024. As it stands now, I don't know that they could beat either one of those 2 teams the way Leonard's playing, the way the games are being called. So some significant changes hopefully coming to Notre Dame this week. And, you know, things got to change. I know this is a tough one, boys and girls, but go to bed on Saturday night, wake up on Sunday, watch some NFL all day long. Forget about this. Let's move on and get ready for next week, week 3, as we've got Purdue at Purdue. So let's get ready for the Boilermakers. Let's put this one behind us. I know it was a tough one, but it's okay. We can get through it together. If you'd like to leave me a comment about the game, about anything you saw, please do so in the YouTube comment section here on FanStream Sports TV, our YouTube channel. Or you can find me on the X and on Threads at IndyCar Timm. I would love to converse with you and chat with you about anything you would like to chat with, including the number of NFL teams that we cover here on FanStream Sports. So we'll get ready to preview Purdue this week. Until then, boys and girls, enjoy the NFL, and we'll see you.